Welcome back to the Director of Football, Journeyman with Sporting Cristal on Football Manager 2020 with me, Foggy Plays. Today we're taking on Uruguayan side Nacional in the Copa Sudamerica semi-final, second leg. And the winners of this game go on to play Racing Club of Argentina, who smashed Once Caldas 4-1 on aggregate. We are 3-1 up from the first leg. We beat them at home. And it was a good game. The fact we conceded was a bit disappointing, but you know, less said about that the better. So since you were here last in the game against Huachipato, we went and beat Universidad de Portes 3-0. Hector with a penalty in the 45th minute, and Aldo Guzman scored himself a cheeky little brace. Then against Oyachu in the Copa Bicentenario quarterfinal, we lost 3-2. Wasn't a great game. Was not a great game. Then, as I said, in the first leg of the Copa Sudamerica semi-final, we beat Nacional 3-1. Kevin Moran got a brace. Aldo Guzman also scoring, and then they scored in the 86th minute, which was less than ideal. Then we went and played Cinciano, drew 2-2. The Avocado and Axel Galese both scoring for us, and then they scored in the 89th and 94th minute. I'm not quite sure what happened. The defence just kind of fell asleep right at the end of the game, which, you know, less than ideal, but everything's fine. It's all fine. It's all good. As you can see, we are currently sitting top of the overall table. No, we're not. We can't be. Could we? No. But we're top of the closing stage anyway. We'll go and have a quick look at the overall table, which has us still sitting in fourth. The start of the closing or the opening stage wasn't great, but we are 9 points behind Real Garclaso with the game in hand, so that's all good. We play Sport Boys in the second part of this episode, but Nacional is first. And this is how we're lining up. We have Neira in goal, Ruiz and Cordova as our wing backs, Gutierrez and the Avocado at centre back, Gillese and Rendon as our central midfield, Morin and Riviera as our wide men, with Guzman and James Gomez starting up front. Castillo picked up an injury in the last game, so he is fit enough to be on the bench but not starting, which, you know, less than ideal. Soto is still injured, but you know, he's not. We're basically playing without a left back when he's there. At least Cordova has some semblance of being able to either get forward or defend. He can do either, which is a lot better than Soto. Hector is sitting on the bench today. I am adamant that next season he is going to be our number one striker, unless he gets sold. And that's a high possibility that we lose Hector next season, because that seems to be the way it works. One player has a good time and they leave. James Gomez being the one that could possibly be next to leave as well, off to the Middle East or the Far East maybe. We're 1 up. Riviera's after scoring. We have nullified Nacional's away goal, so now it's just about not conceding 3. Even if we lose this game 2-1, we're still going into the final, which would be delightful, but we are less than 7 minutes in and we had another corner. Unfortunately, we've had a counter-attack and Neira says, "Not today," and Cordova clears the ball. So that was a clear-cut chance. Okay, that's fine. They've had a clear-cut chance. We haven't. I was hoping that me saying that would bring up a highlight, but you know, Neira punches it away, and Maximiliano Castro scores quite a cheeky goal from quite a distance out, it has to be said. That was quite nice. I don't know why Neira punched it, but Alfonso headed it down. Castro on the half volley. Beautiful. They're playing an interesting tactic. I don't think I've come up against a team that are playing a 4-3-1-2 as an AI managers playing it. So it's interesting, but in the first leg we we were so much better than them that I didn't really care. I was hoping they'd play this tactic again. Seems that in this at home, it works an awful lot better for them. But Moran gets dispossessed. Ruiz dinks it in, and there's literally nobody there. So less than ideal. Now they're on the break again. Gutierrez gets a tackle in, but Pereira rides the tackle, and Nera, it looked like it was going to go into the back of the net, but it didn't, which is the most important thing. We have had a half chance. Cordova looked like he was caught in two minds there. Managed to dispossess Alfonso, but then lost the ball again. And he's offside. 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 No doubt about it. He's definitely offside. Definitely. He was not offside. He was certainly not offside. Gutierrez was keeping him on. But we're not going to complain. That went to VAR and still got ruled offside, which is fine by me. Nera picks up the ball. I feel like this is going to be a mistake. Okay, we've made it to midfield. Riviera. Speaking of making it to midfield, Rendon does a Castillo, scores from an absolute mile out. Beautiful goal. Speaking of midfield, I put out an experiment yesterday where we played with 10 midfielders and no defence, no strikers. If you want to see how we got on, we were using PSG. If you want to see how we got on, then go to my channel and watch that. It is very, very interesting, I think, because I didn't expect what happened, if I'm honest. But, you know, it's one of those things where you have to see it to believe it. Alright, so we are just going to have words with a few of the players that haven't been performing all that well. Going to tell Rondon that I believe he can do more, I guess. He's doing well so far, but might as well tell him he can do more. Definitely can do more. But we are, after kicking off now, we might as well ask the lads for a bit of creativity after this highlight. Castro puts it through to Gonzalez, and Hector Gonzalez makes it 2-2. Maximiliano Castro seems to be quite a good player at the moment. Goal and an assist. So maybe maybe he can play football. Galese all the way to Rendon. Is Rendon going to shoot? He's not, but he puts it through to James Gomez. And James Gomez gets himself a goal. It is 3-2 on the night, 6-3 on aggregate. They would need to score 5, and I think we'd still go through. If they scored 5, we'd still go through. They need to score 6 now. Assuming we don't score any more goals, which we probably wait. Well, hopefully we do. Rendon picks it up. Is he going to shoot? He does eventually. But Nacional clear the ball. Gonzalez. I'm glad I brought you back for this one and not the first leg. Oh, he raboned that across, didn't he? And Pereira puts it into the back of the... It looked like Gonzalez raboned it. I want to see this again. He did. Cheeky bastard. Rabona. When you're losing, a Rabona cross. To be fair, I think that they know that they're going to get knocked out, so they're just enjoying themselves a little bit. Having said that, though, they still have half an hour. Gonzalez Nera manages to stop it. None of my defenders go after the ball, but we do get a clear in the end. Riviera. Penalty? It does look harsh, but is it a penalty? Going over to check the little tell. This is going to be completely wrong. He's probably going to give a penalty, and it's outside the area, and same as that offside goal that was the goal that was disallowed for them, that was very clearly onside. Yeah, free kick. To be fair, it didn't even look like a foul in the first place, but we've seen people get hacked down and get nothing. More heads over from the free kick. So I suppose that's justified, you know. We didn't score from it because it shouldn't have been. Alright, Moran, you're coming off for Munoz because he is retiring. Guzman's going to come off for Hector. We're going to leave it at that for now. James Gomez comes off. He has scored, but he's not been in the greatest of form recently. Neira is just casually holding the ball. The avocado back to Neira. Over to Ruiz. Back to Gutierrez. Tries to find Hector, but wasn't really a great pass. And now Nacional are coming down the wing. Gonzalez hits the crossbar. That's the first time the woodwork's been hit in this game. But Nacional have had 4 clear-cut and 2 half chances. We've had 1 clear-cut, 2 half chances. And they've hit the woodwork again. Yeah. They must be fairly disappointed, you would say. Oh, we took off Guzman, not Gomez. That's right. I saw Gomez's name come up and I was like, have we not made the substitutions yet? And a very, very easy goal for Nacional there. We're going to demand more because we have really taken our foot off the gas, and we're still attacking. We're not going to change the way we play. Caballero to Hernandez. Cordova. Was it Cordova or was it Riviera? Riviera manages to get a block on it, and it's been given offside again. Hector Gonzalez. Is this the second time he's offside? We're not going to be able to tell from this angle. It looked like could have been. Alright, time to make a final substitution. Cordova struggling. We're going to bring on Bustamante. Yeah. We're going to swap left backs. And just enjoy the remainder of the game. Bustamante thought he was going to make a mistake with the throw. He hasn't. James Gomez tries to get it forward. Tidal. Neira manages to stop that one. This is going to be a tense finish to the game. Bustamante manages to get a clear. Well, I think it more hit him and went away rather than he did anything to stop the ball. We have a free kick with 4 minutes remaining. Munoz, Riviera, offside. Again, we're not going to be able to tell if this is offside, will we? Yeah, we're not. Yeah. To be fair, they held a fairly good line, bar that one player who was a little bit further ahead of everyone. But we've gone through. We have won 6-5 on aggregate. They made a substitution right at the very end, which is kind of a waste of time, but you know, that suits us. Excellent, lads. You're in the final. For a second there, I thought we weren't actually going to be in the final, but you know, we are, which is ideal. We're terrible. Cordova. So we're going to be playing the Racing Club. Yeah, Racing Club on the 10th of November. So we have a little bit of time before we play them, or a game in the league. Yeah, it has been the league because we don't have any other cup games coming up because we did get knocked out of the cups. So, Sport Boys in the next part of this episode, and then we'll see how we're getting on in the league after that game finishes. So, we will be back in just a second for the second game against Sport Boys. Right, back now for the game against Sport Boys. We've 2 games in hand over Universidad César de Vallejo. There's no day. Universidad César Vallejo. Equal in points with them. And Real Garclaso. But we have a game in hand. Or 2 over the 2 teams behind us. Sport Boys will be looking to beat us today, because if they beat us, they would go top of the league. So we can't be having that. So this is how we're lining up. We have a couple of changes from the last game. Soto's coming in at left back, because why not? And Castillo comes in as the Mazzella. Rendon drops to the bench, and Cordoba, the one that played left back in the last game, I think he's dropped out. I think Cordoba's the one. No, we didn't play him at left back, did we? Was it the other one? I think we played this Cordova. I'm pretty sure that was Cordova. Alright. So Soto is lacking match sharpness. Doesn't really make a difference. He's not that good at football anyway. So we're going into this. We have a better record against them. We've beaten them 6 times. They've beaten us 3 times. I'm hoping that is a good omen. I'm assertively going to say they're second in the league form. Do it for the media, because everyone knows that the players in FM20 love playing up for the media. I assertively told them that I have faith in all of those players who didn't react to my team talk, and now they start with a highlight. Gets headed away. I don't know who actually got their head on it, but all that matters is it's not in our box at the moment. Tello, from distance, hits the crossbar, and Nera boots it clear. But Sport Boys are still on the attack. Riviera wins the ball to Soto. Soto gets booted back, straight back to where it came from. And Ponce or Ponce? Ponce is the one. Rojas with the corner. It's pinged around in the box, but it's managed to somehow get it clear. Galassi tries a cross or a free kick into the box rather than attempting a shot. Don't know if that was a good idea. The Avocado, the one player you don't really want in that position, but we've got it. Galassi out to Ruiz, back to Galassi. Ruiz, Galassi. Yeah, they kind of dilly-dallied a bit too much, but we have the ball at centre-back again. Castillo with it. Surprised he didn't take a shot. Is he going to shoot now? No. Out to Soto. Gets across. Riviera. He's headed over. It's in the back of the net. It's in the back of the net. Ah! Obviously not. No. Okay. Galassi. We're only 7 minutes into this game and many highlights already. It's the 3rd highlight. Morin whips it across and Riviera's hit the post. We've already hit the woodwork twice. They've hit it once. It's been a manic game so far. We're going to go for a slightly more direct style of play. See if that helps. Ruiz with the long throw to absolutely nobody. Galassi. Riviera. Gomez just didn't get enough on the shot, and it turned in more to like a gentle back pass to their goalkeeper. Average rating wise, we're not doing terribly. We're pretty much on par with their average ratings as well. Soto's managed to do something decent, but then Riviera's cross wasn't great. The Avocado's having none of it. Gets rid. James Gomez. Oh, a 2-footed lunge. He's off, and it's going to be a free kick, because even though he lunged from inside the area, which I think then it should just be given as a penalty, because, you know, he flew at him from a distance. I think it should have been a penalty. Galassi with the free kick. The Avocado's ball gets saved, or header gets saved, but Guzman just taps it into the back of the net. And we go 1-up after 38 minutes. I think the keeper was the one that stopped. Yeah, the keeper got a hand to it, and Guzman, don't know how much he actually knew about that. We'll take it, but he didn't know an awful lot about it, to be fair. Riviera has Soto on the overlap. Uses him for a change. Soto with the cross. It's not a great cross, but Morin, Guzman, Castillo, Galassi, Morin takes the shot, and he has pushed it into the back of the net, playing into Sport Boys' stand. So we're, you know, Castillo shot here. I was hoping that this was going to be a thunder goal, but it wasn't. But it managed to make its way over to Morin, and Morin slots it into the back of the net. He has been quite good recently. I got a monthly update thing from my assistant manager, and they were saying that we need to sell Morin because he's not justifying his wage, which is interesting. They've decided to go right wingerless. They're not using a right winger at the moment. I'm going to say that we weren't that bad, but I have faith in the 2v to improve. Riviera is playing terribly, and Ruiz. So normally it's one entire side plays poorly, but not today. A slightly overhit corner, but Soto's picked it up, dinks it in, and James Gomez has his shot saved. Their keeper, to be fair, he's done relatively well. Gutierrez with the cross couldn't find any of our players, and now Sport Boys do nothing with it. Okay, they've gone to a slightly more conventional diamond, which probably makes more sense. Then they're playing a winger in attacking midfield. How have they done this? They've brought a winger on to play in attacking midfield. I don't understand. This is like when... Oh, what a goal by Denilson Marcos, who's just after coming off the bench. I think he was the one that just came on. He's the winger who was playing as attacking midfield. I think he was, yeah. It's like when in Chile there was a Mazzella playing as a single central midfielder in the centre. Just does not make sense. This should be a comfortable ball for Ruiz. It is. Galese gets tackled but doesn't actually get tackled, and then he drags his shot just wide. And when I say just wide, I mean very wide. Cordova is going to come on at right back. We're going to take off Riviera for Alzamora, but make Alzamora inside forward, because that's where he plays his best football. Oh, I never clicked confirm. So in this game so far, we've had three clear cut and 2 half chances to Sport Boys, 2 half chances. If we do not win this game, I am going to be pissed. Galese with the free kick. Whips it into the box. Kevin Moran and Guzman, the two of them combine. Both with headers. Get ourselves a goal. Guzman, I don't know why Cesar Vallejo let him go out on loan, because he was playing for them, and he's proven with us that he is actually a decent footballer. We're going to bring on Hector to play as a poacher. Just give Hector 5 or so minutes and see how he gets on. Just leave him run around for a little bit. We're going to give the lads a bit of praise. 3 minutes left. Sport Boys aren't going to score 2 goals in 3 minutes, although stranger things have happened. Nera manages to keep a hold of the shot from their winger. One of their centre backs is literally dead, but that's fine. We've come out of the game with the victory. We're 3 points clear at the top of the league now, which is exactly what you want to see. We're not going to win the overall table or the overall league this year. I fear it's not going to happen. I think we had too poor of a opening stage for us to be able to win the overall table or the overall league, but I think we're in with a fair chance of winning the closing stage. Classy Moran, get in. I know the A probably has like Moran or something, but we're going to call him Moran because fuck it, that's what I want to do. So next episode, I think we come back. Do we come back in October? I kind of want to get... Do we come back for Leon de Juancho and Melgar? And we see where we're sitting in the league at that stage, because then we have 2 more league games and a Copa Sudamerica final to play. And everyone knows Copa Sudamerica is where you want to be. You want to win the Copa Sudamerica. Nobody cares about the Copa Libertadores. That's until next year. Next year's we're going to want to win it next year. We're actually, apart from the Bicentenario, we are actually doing quite well. We have an A-. We're untouchable. Top half in the Movistar League 1. League 1. They're delighted. Top half, opening stage. To be fair, they don't expect us to get top half. And we're top at the closing stage. We finished 4th in the opening stage. We're doing pretty good, I would say. We're on the verge of guaranteeing Copa Libertadores, if I'm not mistaken. Rules. Okay, it doesn't actually say who. Okay, Champions Playoff. Doesn't actually say who gets what in terms of Copa Libertadores and all that good stuff. But we'll find out at the end of the season if we're lucky enough to get Copa Libertadores or not. So if you have enjoyed, please do make sure why am I struggling with that so much recently? To leave a like, comment and subscribe. Share with all your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!